I am so glad you joined me for this year of wisdom. This is going to be good. Come here every day for the reading of the day in whatever translation we're in, and we will read it together. And day 12. Job 12. Then Job responded, "Truly then, you are the people, and with you wisdom will die. But I have intelligence as well as you. I'm not inferior to you. And who does not know such things as these? I am a joke to my friends, the one who called on God, and he answered him. The just and blameless man is a joke. He who is at ease holds disaster in contempt, as prepared for those whose feet slip. The tents of the destroyers prosper, and those who provoke God are secure, whom God brings into their power. But just ask the animals and have them teach you, and the birds of the sky and have them tell you, or speak to the earth and have it teach you. Have the fish of the sea tell you. Who among all these does not know that the hand of the Lord has done this, in whose hand is the life of every living thing, and the breath of all mankind? Does the ear not put words to the test, as the palate tastes its food? Wisdom is with the aged, and with long life comes understanding. Wisdom and might are with him. Advice and understanding belong to him. Behold, he tears it down, and it cannot be rebuilt. He imprisons a person, and there is no release. Behold, he restrains the waters, and they dry up. And he sends them out, and they inundate the earth. Strength and sound wisdom are with him. One who goes astray and one who leads astray belong to him. He makes advisors walk barefoot, and makes fools of judges. He undoes the binding of kings and ties a loincloth around their waist. He makes priests walk barefoot and overthrows the secure ones. He deprives the trusted ones of speech and takes away the discernment of elders. He pours contempt on nobles and loosens the belt of the strong. He reveals mysteries from the darkness and brings the deep darkness into light. He makes the nations great, then destroys them. He enlarges the nations, then leads them away. He deprives the leaders of the earth's people of intelligence and makes them wander in a pathless wasteland. They grope in darkness with no light, and he makes them stagger like a drunken person. Proverbs 12. One who loves discipline loves knowledge, but one who hates rebuke is stupid. A good person will obtain favor from the Lord, but he will condemn a person who devises evil. A person will not be established by wickedness, but the root of the righteous will not be moved. An excellent wife is the crown of her husband, but she who shames him is like a rottenness in his bones. The thoughts of the righteous are just, but the counsels of the wicked are deceitful. The words of the wicked wait in ambush for blood, but the mouth of the upright will rescue them. The wicked are overthrown and are no more, but the house of the righteous will stand. A person will be praised according to his insight, but one of perverse mind will be despised. Better is one who is lightly esteemed and has a servant than one who honors himself and lacks bread. A righteous person has regard for the life of his animal, but even the compassion of the wicked is cruel. One who works his land will have plenty of bread, but one who pursues worthless things lacks sense. The wicked person desires the plunder of evil people, but the root of the righteous yields fruit. An evil person is ensnared by the offense of his lips, but the righteous will escape from trouble. A person will be satisfied with good by the fruit of his words, and the deeds of a person's hands will return to him. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but a person who listens to advice is wise. A fool's anger is known at once, but a prudent person conceals dishonor. One who declares truth tells what is right, but a false witness, deceit. There is one who speaks rashly like the thrusts of a sword, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. Truthful lips will endure forever, but a lying tongue is only for a moment. Deceit is in the heart of those who devise evil. But counselors of peace have joy. No harm happens to the righteous, but the wicked are filled with trouble. Lying lips are an abomination to the Lord, but those who deal faithfully are his delight. A prudent person conceals knowledge, but the heart of fools proclaims foolishness. The hand of the diligent will rule, but the lazy hand will be put to forced labor. Anxiety in a person's heart weighs it down, but a good word makes it glad. The righteous person is a guide to his neighbor, but the way of the wicked leads them astray. A lazy person does not roast his prey, but the precious possession of a person is diligence. In the way of righteousness there is life, and in its pathway there is no death. And the last chapter of Ecclesiastes for the month, Ecclesiastes 12. Remember also your Creator in the days of your youth, before the evil days come and the years approach when you will say, I have no pleasure in them. Before the sun and the light, the moon and the stars are darkened, and clouds return after the rain. On the day that the watchmen of the house tremble and strong men are bent over, the grinders stop working because they're few, and those who look through windows grow dim. And the doors on the street are shut as the sound of the grinding mill is low, and no one will rise at the sound of the bird, and all the daughters of song will sing softly. Furthermore, people are afraid of a high place and of terrors on the road. The almond tree blossoms. The grasshopper drags itself along, and the caperberry is ineffective. For man goes to his eternal home, while the mourners move around in the street. Remember your Creator before the silver cord is broken and the golden bowl is crushed. The pitcher by the spring is shattered, and the wheel at the cistern is crushed. Then the dust will return to the earth as it was, and the spirit will return to God who gave it. Futility of futilities, says the preacher. All is futility. In addition to being wise, the preacher also taught the people knowledge, and he pondered, searched out, and arranged many proverbs. The preacher sought to find delightful words and to write words of truth correctly. The words of the wise are like goads, and masters of these collections are like driven nails. They are given by one shepherd. But beyond this, my son, be warned. The writing of many books is endless, and excessive study is wearying to the body. The conclusion, when everything has been heard, is fear God and keep his commandments, because this applies to every person. For God will bring every act to judgment, everything which is hidden, whether it is good or is evil. And as always, hit that subscribe button right there and click the bell. And don't forget to hit the like also. And I'll see you tomorrow for the next reading. Blessings. I'm standing at the crossroads. I'm lost without a clue. I need a big pink neon sign to show me what to do. I thank you, Lord. It glorifies you when you're the only answer. I praise you, Lord, for holding what's too much for me. And I'm amazed by you, Lord, because nothing's too big and nothing's too small to lay at your feet. I want to thank you, Lord, for believing in me.